Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video, I'll be talking about Jamin Davis and how it looks like he will be switching to edge rusher full time this season with a little bit of linebacker sprinkled in. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well so you never miss a video, and comment down below which linebacker is your favorite going into this season, who you're most excited to watch. And yeah, let's get right into it. I was hoping to make this video last week, but then just a bunch of other things came up, was busy, had a couple other videos I wanted to make. And stay tuned, I will be doing a small little giveaway, some Redskins merch with a bunch of signatures, a practice jersey. So stay tuned for that. We'll be giving that away in the next week or two. Shout out to my friend Tapas for giving it to me. So stay tuned for that, but comment down below if you want to be a part of the giveaway, but I'll give you guys details later. But Jamin Davis, we heard early on in OTAs that he was, doing some work with the edge rushers. He was doing some individual drills with the edge rusher. But now we've had some more developments about that, which we're going to get into a second. I'll just show you actually guys right now. So this is from Michael Phillips. He says, "This is not a drill anymore. This is not a fun one-off. Jamin Davis was a defensive end yesterday, and that's one practice, one time on June 11th, but it looked pretty much like that is his role at the moment." And I think kind of talked about this too. So during minicamp, he was basically, primarily defensive end. Does that mean he is 100% going to be doing that this year? No, but at the very minimum, I think he's going to be playing defensive end a little bit this year, but possibly you could see him doing it a lot with a little bit of linebacker. When Bobby Wagner or Frankie Louvu or whoever needs a little bit of a break, they'll put in Jamin Davis and give him some reps at linebacker, or maybe they'll have him drop back into coverage sometimes instead of going after the quarterback. They can do, like they did that with Chase Young and Montez Sweat at times. Well, Jamin Davis is the perfect player to do that. If he's your DN, well, he can actually drop back and cover these tight ends and some of these running backs and other guys, where Chase Young and Montez Sweat, it's a little bit harder for those guys to do that. But Jamin Davis, he can do that. So that's kind of the role I would like to see Jamin Davis doing this year. And we always talked about, okay, he can get to the quarterback. He has that potential. You look at his stats. Last year he had 3 sacks. Year before he had 3. The year before 1. I think he had like 1 or 2 sacks that were called back this year that I remember because of penalties. Like maybe one of them was his, like he hit the quarterback in the head, but like still he got to the quarterback just there. He messed up. And then I think another time it was a holding or something that didn't really affect the play too much. That wasn't on him. He also had 2 forced fumbles. I believe at least one of those was on a sack, maybe both of them. 3 QB hits, 8 tackles for loss. So yeah, he has a skill set. He's very athletic. I would say he needs to put on a little bit of weight, and you don't want him to put 20, 30 pounds. Like that's unrealistic in 6 weeks before training camp. But even if he puts on, like, let's say he's 235 right now, he might be a little bit more. Let's say he goes to 240. Like, that's still a little bit of a difference. And if you can maybe get to 245 by the start of the season, I don't know what he is right now, but it is realistic for him to gain 5 to 10 pounds before the start of the season. It doesn't all have to be good weight. You would like it, you would like for it to be good weight, but he can put on a little bit of weight, and that'll help him definitely rush the quarterback. And he talked about it's not just what the media is saying. He's saying it too. He's ready to transition to the edge rusher position. Or I guess that's the title of the tweet from Brandon here. Shout out to Brandon, Jaden Daniels MVP on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow my Twitter as well. I feel like it's given me a chance to just really cut it loose and just go hunt some quarterbacks. And he talked about the staff's giving him more opportunities, different opportunities. He's a free agent, and you're not going to get to see his full potential this year just as a linebacker, because we do have Frankie Louvu, we have Bobby Wagner, we got even Jordan McGee, and some of the other guys are have potential as well. Michael Walker, got some other guys in there as well. So they're going to be playing a lot of 2 linebacker sets. So Jamin Davis, if he was just a full-time linebacker, would not be getting a lot of snaps. Maybe would be getting I don't know, 15 snaps a game at linebacker. Now he can get maybe 15 snaps a game Depends on how good he is, of course. But, even if he's not amazing at edge rusher, he'll still get 5 to 10 snaps at edge rusher, and then plus maybe 10, 15 snaps at linebacker. And if he really does well, he can, play edge at a full-time position. Because right now we really don't know who's going to be our edge rushers. We have a good idea of one of them, Dorrance Armstrong. I think he'll be a starting edge rusher, but then that other position, it's really up in the air. Is it going to be KJ Henry? Is it going to be Dante Fowler? Like, there's a bunch of different guys that could be, the edge rusher. Clelin Ferrell, it could be him. There's a bunch of different options. Andre Jones, probably not, but I'm throwing out names. There's a bunch of different guys, but now you throw in Jamin Davis into the mix as well as a potential guy that can play edge for you. And yeah, so you got Newton as well, who he can line up on the edge occasionally too. So I like that they have a bunch of different guys, and of course, not all of them are going to work out at all. But if you can get one or two of those, or at least one of those guys, like besides Dorrance Armstrong, because I think at least at the minimum, Dorrance Armstrong is a solid player, and maybe could be, really good. That's what you're really waiting to see. Can he be a very good, maybe a Pro Bowl edge rusher? We know he's at least a good one. The other guys, though, we don't know. KJ Henry, Andre Jones, Dante Fowler, Clelin Ferrell, and then Jamin Davis. Like, we need one of those guys to step up, one of 5, and maybe you extend them, and you got a DN of the future there alongside Dorrance Armstrong. So that's kind of my thoughts on the situation, and I guess expectations for Jamin Davis this year. If he is a full-time edge rusher, you see what Dan Quinn was able to do with Micah Parsons. Sorry, I'm just getting a visual here, trying to look up a player. I'm trying to remember his name for my end of the video throwback player. So make sure you guys stay till the end. But yeah, he did it with Micah Parsons in Dallas, where Micah was known to be, you're coming out of college, was more of a linebacker, did have pass rushing abilities, more than Jamin Davis coming out for sure. But now you get Jamin Davis here and Dan Quinn, Joe Witt as well. Maybe they can try to recreate a little bit of that Micah Parsons, rookie year with Jamin Davis. Not going to be to the same extent. Micah Parsons is a different breed than Jamin Davis. He's got more he has a different mentality. They both are very athletic though. They're both extremely athletic, but it seems like Parsons, at least right now, has a better mentality and better skills as well than Jamin Davis does. But hey, he got taught those skills in college too, but also by Dan Quinn, Joe Witt. Not really Joe Witt, but Dan Quinn and some of those guys from Dallas. So let's hope he can do that here. Dan Quinn can help Jamin Davis, and if we can get, if Jamin Davis can be half the player Micah Parsons is, then hey, that's a huge win, and we can either keep him for the future, or we can, he can go to another team, get a big contract, and we get a comp pick. So either way, it's a good deal if he ends up working out here. But that's it for today's video. Just wanted to talk about Jamin Davis, the latest development on him, even though it's a little bit late. But yeah, thanks for watching. And if you guys stayed till the end, I was just looking up earlier to make sure I got the right player, if his name was right. Ziggy Hood played for the Redskins for at least a couple years. But yeah, make sure you guys comment down below Ziggy Hood. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.